Why hello everyone, MrPBJ's is here, back, and you clicked on the next video. I knew you were a certain viewer, you. Either way, in this video we're finally going to collect all of the Super Emeralds, so this should be quite entertaining. What we here have is Knuckles, doing his usual stupid stuff, clicking buttons, pressing little things, alright, well we're just going to do that, and we're going to get a free shot at this first special stage. Either way, I don't even know if I actually said the tagline. Here, we're playing Sonic, 3 and Knuckles. Yes, we are. And as you can see, here's the Chaos Emeralds. And then, boom, 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 shagalaka, dangalanga, bangalaga. And here we have one of the most annoying stages within the game. Now we're obviously going to start with this one, because we just have to. And now, I have to make sure that I'm being very precise, because I only have one real shot to get as many as possible. If I ever try to get as many as I can within the other stages, it's going to be hell to pay. That's for sure. So far so good. In fact, there's a possibility within the future that I might mess up. So, you know, just be prepared for that. Yeah, like that right there could absolutely cream me. Alright, there it goes. Yeah, and don't be shocked. I'm going to be quiet for some of it, because, you know, I just kind of got to. Okay, here. Alright, not bad. Here we go. I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting everything that I need to get. And I do remember that. Okay, we gotta go this way. Yes, I will end up making that kind of dumbass mistake. Alright, cool. We actually got the first emerald. My heart is beating as I am recording this. You guys can sense it in me, right? I'm absolutely just disheveled. I'm terrified. Hopefully this keeps me from doing too many filler languages like but, and, or, yeah, or, you know, or, you know? Anyways, okay, we got the first Chaos Emerald, and I hope that this all records. I really hope. And it's really hard to understand where all of these special rings are, but I'm taking my chances with this. I only have one save file, so if I mess up, then, you know, I'm just gonna have to restart and all that kind of stuff and replay the game again. Not usually a problem, not really, but we just gotta make sure that we get this going, you know? Alright, cool. Now, I'm trying to think about where the next one was, and I don't know. I think it could be here. Maybe. We're gonna see. Alright, there's that. Boom. Good job, Tails, you did it. I'm trying to see if it's somewhere around here. Specifically here, maybe. It's hard to tell. Like, there's one that's kind of somewhere around here. I don't remember taking this path. Oh, well that was boring. Alright, let's see. Tails, I need your help. We gotta check up there and see if there's special rings. Yeah, those enemies were really dying to try and kill us. But we're not going to fall for their gruesome tricks. But in all honesty, once we come over here, maybe, hopefully, if we don't find anything here, then it's just simply not over here. Hold up. Alright. Let's see. Maybe it is actually up here. Maybe not. No, it sure isn't. Alright, we're going to go backwards. Actually, speaking of the devil, it's right here. Well, behold. Alright, cool. Second emerald. We're about to do the second hardest stage in this whole entire thing, so pray for me, Jesus. Sweet Jesus. Dear God. Alright. Oh, right. More of this stuff. Alright. Yeah, you can see I'm already messing up. Yeah, don't go too crazy with the rings, you know? Like, they're cool, but they don't really do much for you in the grand scheme of things. Hello. Now, what's over here? Oh, of course. Okay. Yeah, we just ended up messing up. Just a little bit. Yeah, that could have just turned into rings, and we would have been kind of set to some extent. Okay. Alright, that's not bad. Although I am questioning my place in reality at this point. And there's more? Oh! Well, yeah. totally forgotten about these ones, that's for sure. And you'll see that I'm starting to go absolutely apeshit right now. Ah, finally. Cool. We got the second emerald. That was a stage that is honestly kind of difficult to actually complete. So, yeah, we did that. I'm sorry if this playthrough is a little bit more focused in more than anything else, but I really want to try and get hypersonic within this Let's Play and do it in one shot, so I don't have to focus on it like later on, because as you can see, I'm making less talking points. And the most I'm going to be making talking points is like quite literally, you know, like, I don't know, just whatever. Fuck! Hello. Who are you? Ah, we need to see if there's what do you call it? Oh, hello. What do you want? Okay. Trying to see if there's more going on over here. Okay. We've obviously gone pretty darn far. Maybe a little too far, actually. Hey, hello. Yeah, we already messed up there. Okay. Hey, hello. Yeah, that sucker. That suckering son of a Tasmanian. I'm trying to make sure that we're kind of going across this place and we're checking out every single faction of this entire place, just to make sure that we're getting what we need to get. We're getting all these godforsaken, you know, super emeralds. Yeah, I needed to make that jump. Okay, obviously it's a little bit more further down. Yeah, so I did a sort of test run for this, and I was just trying to make sure that I knew exactly where these things were before making my next playthrough. Simply because I just don't want to end up screwing up and not having the ability to get those godforsaken, you know, emeralds. Yeah. All right, let's see. It has to be a little bit further down. I think that was the only one that was ever, you know, just straight up. Oh, hello. Yeah, just down there. All right, let's see. Trying to see if it is here, but obviously I am probably wrong. Maybe. I hope not. Okay, actually, we're on the right path. All right, cool. We're doing stuff. We're doing good stuff. Ah, let me get to that third special ring. Let me get to that good baby. There he goes. All right, let's do this. Now let's take care of the other very difficult stage. Yeah, this one's kind of low-key difficult in some manner. It's got another kind of go with the path kind of style, so that's never a bad thing. Like, it makes it easier to understand where exactly you're supposed to go most times. Yeah, and it's crazy. It took a while for me to actually understand 100% the placement of these controls, which, if you guys may know this, I was having like a big seizure on trying to, you know, make sure that my hands were in the right position. That sounds kind of dirty. Alright, no, none of that. Alright, here we go. Cool, we got the third one. You guys would honestly think I'm a pro at this, but no, I am not. Trust me, I'm as average as... No, I'm actually pretty good at this. What am I talking about? But yeah, I mean, I've had practice with these stages, for sure. But these are the stages that I've had the least amount of practice with. So, it's a good thing that we're tackling these as soon as possible. Yeah, they don't really change. You have the choice. You have the choice on which kind of special stage you want to attack first. Alright, cool. So, now, when it comes down to anything, I really want that shield. Let me get it. Come on. Hey, Tails, what do you want? Sucker. Alright, cool. Alright, let's keep going, as we usually do. Alright, cool. I know exactly where this next one is. And we kind of just got to keep on going down this pathway. Oh, hello. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Alright. Yeah, we're pretty darn close to it. Alright, cool. Yeah, we're really knocking these things out. Yeah, within this first stage, you can basically get hypersonic as soon as now. Yeah, that was a really cheesy thing right there. I just actually got jacked up a little bit. Yeah, this one's a little bit annoying, because you never know exactly when it ends. It's easy. Trust me, it is. But you never know when the special stage 100% just ends completely. You're just like, oh, you gotta collect more things. Hello, Haruhi, what are you up to? I can't see what's in the front of my screen. Ugh. Hello. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm trying to make sure that I get into this. Alright, cool. I'm trying to make sure that I actually am tracking these things down pretty well. Alright, cool. Not bad. Okay, we got all that. And yes, there's a third kind of thing going on here. Alright, that wasn't it. That wasn't the rest of them. That wasn't all of them. Here's the last bit. Alright, there it goes. How did I know that was going to be the last one? Because I usually just kind of get a sense, a feeling. It's like gambling. It's a feeling that you feel in your gut. Yeah, and I'm actually completing this all in real time, so, you know, be amazed. Use this as a course correction for you if you're playing this game and you're like, I need to know where all of these, you know, special emeralds are. Well, here you go. This is where all the special emeralds are. Okay. Now, we gotta find more of these, of course, but I'm honestly starting to have trouble with understanding where the rest are. We might actually be near the end of the stage. As you see, we just did a checkpoint. Not the end of the game, end of the stage. Alright, cool. I did not lose my shield. Stuff will end up happening like that. And I lost my shield. Start using that instant shield. Ah, son of a... Okay, instant shield absolutely did not work. Still doesn't work. Alright, lost a bunch of rings, but still have special rings. No, get it. Alright, let it land, Tails. Let it land. Alright, cool. Yeah, he just jumped, like, way further than I did, which is a good thing. This is going surprisingly well. If it goes any wronger, if that's even a word, I have certain contentions in plan for, you know, if I end up screwing up. I know where some are in the next overwhelming zone, you know, when it comes down to it. At least 2. So if I make 2 failures, it's not the end of the world. 3 failures, yeah, now that's the end of the world right there. Okay. Actually, I think I'm supposed to go up there. Yeah, here it gets a little bit more tricky when it devolves into getting these things, especially in this stage. Die, mother trucker. Alright, cool. Trying to make sure that I kind of got this, but maybe I don't. Oh, hello. Just trying to make sure. Alright, let's do this. Alright, cool. Just making sure. Ugh, man. Disgusting. Here, Tails. Fly me up, and we'll check out what else is here. Not this bastard. Okay, cool. Alright. Oh, son of a... Yeah, that guy... Whew. Alright, I think I now know where we are. 100%. Okay, cool. Not bad. Alright, let's just keep going, as usual. Alright. Trying to imagine. Okay, yeah, we take this path. Alright, not bad. Ugh. Alright, here it is. 100%. Yeah, I'm literally becoming a professional at this. I don't think a lot of Sonic fans ever, like, concern themselves with where all these things are at. Not a lot of the time. Okay, I was honestly gonna mess up there. Glad I didn't. Yeah, this one gets really annoying, because there's a very specific pathway you have to follow. Trust me, that's fine. We can leave it the way it is. I didn't mess up right there, even if it looked like it. Okay, not bad. Alright, let's get this. Alright, not bad. Cool. We're actually doing surprisingly well. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I was kind of worried there. And there we goes. Wow, this is actually turning out to be a lot easier than I expected. At least with these stages. These are the more follow your heart kind of things. No, I'm joking. These are the more follow your path kind of stages, which it's becoming more, you know, apparent that that's the case. We have yet to actually enter into the much more infamous kind of, you know, follow the path kind of stage. And we will get there when we get there. It's not the hardest. It's not the most difficult. It's just, you know, I guess the most interesting. Ah, hello. Let me just do my thing. Alright, get this. And now we're just gonna have to keep on... Hello, sir. No, leave me alone. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright. Get smashed. Alright. Trying to 100% remember. Okay, I know this. Shoot. Actually, Tails, just fly me up there. Yeah, so, very specific flying path right here. Because there is a special ring just straight up, like, right above here. Alright, cool. I'm just checking. Alright, cool. Alright, lift me up, baby. Yes. Alright. And then we just go here, this way. Okay, yeah, definitely here. Boom. Alright, and we are here now. So let's unlock this next one. This is in rapid succession. I am not kidding. Like, this is all happening in real time. Here is the stage I was talking about. I don't fail on this often, but one slip up, you're absolutely screwed. That's definitely the case. And there's a very specific path that you just have to follow, and you'll be good for the most part. So just stick on that path, boy. It's not too difficult if you just stick on the path. I know, everything's about the path. Whatever happened to following your heart, following your dreams, like Sonic always says? And the stage is going even faster and making me question my life choices at this point. Yikes. Yeah, so all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, kind of dazed out there for a second, but I think I'm doing pretty good. Make sure you jump. Always jump. It's always the best strategy to make and take. Look how closed in this is. Ah, fuck! Yeah, alright, there he goes. Yeah, that's the first one that I've ended up losing. But as I said before, there's many different chances and all that kind of stuff. So, not 100%, you know, the end of the world, as we would like to call it. Alright, boom, boom, fuck. Yes, there's a lot of specific paths that you have to take in order to get that hypersonic, that hyper fix. Alright, cool. Let's go. And then we're right here. And then boom. Yikes. Okay. Just getting that. Alright, cool. And then we're gonna go down here, I guess. Whoa. Yeah, terrifying, right? Okay. I'm trying to remember 100% where everything is. Like, where these special rings are. Because it's starting to thin out a bit. And we might actually be on the cusp of one. Right here. Surprising, right? Just 100%. Alright, let's get a second chance at this. Alright. Yeah, if I end up messing up here, again, not a bad thing. Just follow the path, and you'll be good. You'll be set. And I just gotta make sure that I follow in tune with everything going on. Yeah, the more talking that I do, the more I start to actually distract myself for the most part. But I'm trying to give you guys good content and make sure that you guys know that I'm here and that you're not just watching an empty playthrough of Sonic 3. Because that would be the worst thing. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that actually got me. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the speed up thing is the craziest kind of thing that ever, like, just toys with me. Alright, cool. And we just gotta make sure to jump, as well as we usually do. And apparently, we're gonna have to jump right there. Yes. Alright, there it goes. And yes, we kind of go backwards when we finish it. So here it is, the blue emerald. I could have sworn we actually collected another blue emerald, but apparently we haven't collected enough of them. Okay, not bad. 100%. We're doing pretty good. All we need is just one more, and we'll be hypersonic in no time. Yes. Collect that thing. Yes. Alright, cool. So, now I'm trying to figure out 100%, you know, like, where exactly do I want to go when it comes down to it? You know, I've already collected a bunch of other things and all that jazz. Alright, let's just check. 100%. I remember going here, but actually, you know what? Never mind. Wait. Imagine? Yeah, well, imagining is just for suckers. Okay, no. Alright, cool. We did that. Alright, let's try to get up here. Boom, 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 boom. Tails, come on, keep up. Ah, well, that's appearing a reference to one of my other videos. Alright, let's do this. Oof, alright. I'm just checking, man. I'm starting to forget where the rest of these things actually are. And again, if I end up screwing up for the most part, oh, well, you know, in the next stage, we'll end up finding that next Chaos Emerald. Alright, let's go, Tails. Let's go teach the sucker a lesson. Yeah, definitely one of them I ended up passing up, that's for sure. Alright, come on. Boom. Get him, Tails. Fuck! Well, that was like right in my face, man. Alright, cool. We took him out. And now we're on our way to Flying Battery of all things. Yes. Ah, you didn't know that you were going to get a little bit of Flying Battery the next zone. Well, aren't you surprised? We gotta collect all of those Super Emeralds, and I'd be damned if we didn't get that last emerald. Yes, Where's that damn 4th, well, in this case, 7th special emerald? Well, we're gonna come across it. Just give me a second, you know? Alright, Eggman, we're coming after you. God damn. Just hold up, alright? Tails is just flying for dear life. Alright, so in this stage, it's kind of annoying, because it takes a while to get to that next special ring. But once we get it, we'll have it. And will I complete this act along with it? Sure, we'll show you what Hypersonic is all about. I'll show you how it all works, how it actually gravitates. But I'm not gonna lie, my last playthrough, I got him here. And that is the part that sucks about this part of the stage. And, you know, I ended up dying a lot in stages like this, even in the past, and it's no different here. We might actually see me die once more, so let's just hope that I stay in control and make sure that I don't die and have good control over everything, and I'm good. Alright, cool. Let's keep going. Alright, let's collect these rings just for no apparent reason. Alright. Damn it! Yeah, that's where it gets screwy. Alright, let me just get up top here. Fuck! Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, I get it, guys. I suck at this part. Fair enough. Well, not anymore. Look at that. I did it. Alright, that sucked. But yeah, there's very specific things. Like, in this stage, there's a lot of times where, in order to find these special rings, you gotta push a couple of spikes across. It's really weird. Game doesn't really hint at you that you can do these kind of things. You just kind of have to know about them. Alright, come on. Yeah, you just have to know about them. And it surprised me. Like, I learned that there are special rings in this stage, like, literally not too long ago. Oh, son of a... Alright, let's go. Boom. I'm here. Alright. Yeah, this part... Oh, this part really sucks. Yeah, you can actually get hurt by those things. It's not the funnest. Not right here. Not right now. Alright, let's go. Gonna collect that last Chaos Emerald. Let's just keep on going. Yeah, we're gonna have to actually go pretty darn fast. Hello. Alright, let's go. Not trying to get crushed today. Yes, you even go down here. Yeah, I know. Where does it end? Well, we'll show you. Oh, that motherfucking bastard. Okay. Let's keep going. I swear to God, if I were to just get crushed, well, being crushed is actually a fate, like, not so bad compared to just getting set all the way back. Alright, boom. Alright, we're gonna have to get onto this. And these things kind of just carry you. And we're gonna get on this. And then we're gonna start going. Let's go. Let's go. And then boom. Wait, stop right here. Stop right there. Don't forget it. Holy. Hello. It's not supposed to be that difficult. Alright. And then you see these spikes? You move these across. And then once you move them across, boom. You finally entered here. Now, let's just check out the display right now. Right now we have the aqua blue kind of one. We have the silver one. We have the violet purple one. And you have the, green one. We have the now orange one, if you can call it red. Are you sure? Go ahead. Or you can call it orange Hawaiian or whatever you want. And straight up blue. Or maybe that could be violet. Who knows? Either way, let's do this one and see what kind of color it is. I hate this stage. I know, right as I'm about to do this mess, I already explained my discomfort with this certain stage. It's because you never know where you're at. And then here's these spheres. I honestly should have saved them for the very end. I really should have. I don't know why I didn't. Alright, cool. So at least we now know where we're supposed to go. Don't be surprised if I also end up losing here. That's something that can totally happen. Only because... yeah, it's kind of a clusterfuck around here, I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, look at that. Like, we had the chance to get that too. Oh. Yeah, I'm still going to collect these because super important. Alright, cool. I think there was some over here. Yep, I was kind of right about that. Oh god. Oh, okay. We gotta go this way then. Alright, cool. Yeah, the faster it goes, the more I'm starting to realize, oh, Jesus. Yeah, you see? I'd be making mistakes, man. I'd be scaring myself. I'm trying to figure out where this last bit is. Hold up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't wanna... Yeah, and that's not it. That's not the only thing you gotta do. I'm trying to look for these things like crazy. Oh! What the... What? What? Oh my god, man. Okay, at least we now know where the freaking rest is. Yeah, I know. I'd be scaring myself too, man. Jeez. Okay, we finally got the red one. That was the one that was missing this whole time. Okay, cool. Awesome. God, man, I scare myself sometimes, man. Especially with these kind of stages. That was a really weird moment. I could have sworn we were done for, but we weren't. So now we get to continue the rest of the entire game as Hypersonic. Assuming this whole thing actually records. Holy, if it doesn't. That's a lot of missed footage. Now that's what I'm talking about. Catch me in the next Let's Play. Yeah, I'm joking. Wait, I was joking? We can't just end in the middle of the stage like that. What? Dudes, I'm questioning it just as much as you guys are. Yeah, alright, next video.